Shalom. I want to start off by giving all the praises, glory, and honor unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Arachak, Double honors to the elder apostles and bishops of the great millstone that rule well. Peace, blessings, and salutations unto the hopeful elect tabernacle of David scattered abroad throughout the four corners of the earth. And I'm going to try not to make this a long video, but it's interesting to see right now how the Western Alliance is being divided up over Amalek. And now you got some of these European countries that are stepping in and they're voicing their recognition for the Palestinian state, which clearly goes against the interests of the Zionists. And we know that they don't just believe in an Israeli state, but they believe in the Israeli expansion, which requires, more colonization, bloodshed, removing of boundaries, landmarks, so that they can achieve, their agenda. So you got these European countries that are divided on, the Israeli-Palestine situation. And you also got the ICC that got a warrant out for Satan Yahu's arrest. And, it's pretty interesting to see it, And, the scriptures talk about a kingdom being divided against itself cannot stand. And if Satan shall cast out Satan, then shall his kingdom have an end. And we're clearly at the end of Esau's rule, and this is why things are turning out the way they are. Politically, geopolitically, economically, etc. So I'm gonna just play this little clip just from Guardian News. All right, where they're actually you got Ireland, Norway, and Spain recognizing Palestine as an independent state. So let's listen real quick.
Today, Ireland, Norway, and Spain are announcing that we recognize the state of Palestine. Each of us will now undertake whatever national steps are necessary to give effect to that decision. And I'm confident that further countries will join us in taking this important step in the coming weeks. This is
interesting enough, we know where America stands. Because they've been the ones that's been aiding, those Israelis in the taking of Gaza. Giving them weapons and ammunition to carry out their objective, but they're getting pushback from their European allies. They're not in agreement with, the Israelis' aggression and their whole approach to this colonization. And so they trying to call for peace over there, but we know that war criminal, he's not going to listen. All right, so this is causing a wedge. All right, basically a split between Western powers. So we're going to see in the coming weeks, what will start to take place. And right now Iran is grieving, but if they are, if they can kind of, keep their ear to what's going on, they can see that, things are looking a little funny, with the Western alliances over this Israel, Gaza, Palestine thing. All right, and who knows if Israel fell into a trap over this whole thing. But we know that this is not the end of it, with those Iranians, those Persians. All right, they definitely is taking that the death of their president personally. So we're gonna see how it's gonna be in the summer, and I really believe it's gonna be very lit in the summertime. is definitely going to go up. So let's listen to the rest of this.
An historic and important day for Ireland and for Palestine.
Tras haber consensuado la decisión entre los dos partidos que formamos el gobierno de coalición progresista y haciéndonos eco del sentir mayoritario del pueblo español, el próximo martes 28 de mayo España aprobará en su Consejo de Ministros el reconocimiento al Estado de Palestina. Y si tengo algo claro es que el primer ministro Netanyahu no tiene un proyecto de paz para Palestina. Luchar contra el grupo terrorista Hamas es legítimo y necesario después de lo acontecido el pasado 7 de octubre. Pero Netanyahu está generando tanto dolor y tanta destrucción y tanto rencor en Gaza y en el resto de Palestina que la solución de los dos estados está en peligro, en serio peligro de ser viable.
And this is all happening because the Lord is ultimately causing this wedge between you nations, because he's getting ready to gather you for this war that he's going to plead with you for the children of Israel's sake, which are the real true people that you nations have scattered, all right, in captivity. This is Joel 3, and starting at 1, it says, "For behold, in those days and in that time when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem, I will also gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat, and will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel, which right now is being trodden down of the Gentiles, the heathen." All right. You have Idumea and a residue of the heathen, all right, that currently have the Lord's land in possession. And this is what, they both two nations that really don't belong in that land, that it doesn't belong to neither, are fighting, spilling blood over it. So ultimately, this was the plan of the Most High all along, to cause this friction between the nations over something that, neither of them can claim, stake to. All right. And we're in the lands of our captivities, remembering ourselves and returning and coming back to the Heavenly Father. And we're awaiting our deliverance, in which, we're going to be brought back to the land. But right now, it's meant for these nations to fight it out, which is we always been saying since this whole thing started, that we have no dog in this fight. All right. It says, "Whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land." And, pretty much the division, they divided the land up among themselves. And I believe this word, chalak, it means to divide. To divide, share, plunder, allot, a portion, assign. And that's what the UN has done in the past. And now you got these European countries. Some of these countries are part of the beast, part of the EU. And, they're recognizing a Palestinian state. So, they really believe in assigned land for, both populations. You got the Arab population. Some of them are Ishmael, some of them is Jake. And then you got Amalek over there. It says to divide a portion, to assign, distribute. So that's what they're actually doing. While the real true Israel, we're not reckoned among the nations. We don't have a plight of land. And even here in the States, Jake been so accustomed to being Babylonians, they call themselves Black Americans, foundational Black Americans, etc. But you forget that you were brought over here to serve captivity. You came over here on slave ships, not cruise ships. And you was used to build this place up. But look at the Constitution. You're still not a human. Even in the Constitution, you still don't have the same amount of rights that other people groups have. So you're still in your captivity. You're still yet this day in your captivity. And now they got immigrants in the country replacing you in your own communities, and you've been here this whole time. So, yeah, man. But for now, going back over into the Holy Land, the Lord got them in conflict because the Lord is gathering them for war. All right, and we know that Amalek is going to be the ones that's going to draw everybody out for this war, because all those Muslim Brotherhood countries, them Arab neighboring countries, their hate is increasing for Amalek over there. So it's only a matter of time before they start to really act. So let's go back, finish this out.
En støtte til moderate krefter som på vikende front I en langvarig og grusom konflikt. Dette en investering I den eneste løsningen som kan gi varig fred I Midtøsten. Og det en sterk...
That's not going to happen. This is their failed attempt to try to, bring peace over there, but there ain't going to be no peace. All right, because two of those nations don't belong over there anyway. All right. Now, one, let me get this, because there's a time and purpose for everything under the sun. But right now, this is definitely not the time of peace. Ecclesiastes 3:1. To everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under the heaven. And I'm going to jump down to the point that says, verse 8, a time to love and a time to hate, a time of war and a time of peace. And right now, we're clearly in a time of war, which is why the Lord is, putting that spirit, between these nations to come against each other. Like the Lord gave the warning to his disciples that, nation shall rise up against nation and kingdom against kingdom. He said there shall be wars and rumors of wars. All right. So this is exactly what we're seeing. And let me get this in Thessalonians, because they're trying to ensure peace and security. But all that's going to happen is more bloodshed, more war. Because Russia and Ukraine, they're not going to turn down. China, they're still trying to surround Taiwan and can invade at any point. So they're not going to turn down. America, Babylon is spread thin. They got armies all over the place. And then right here within your own borders, it's about to be nothing but turmoil, chaos, war, disturbance, the state of disability, disorder. So this is 1 Thessalonians 5:3. It says, for when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. But you, brethren, are not in darkness, that day should overtake you as a thief. Yeah, because we're watching constantly, like the scriptures tell us. All right. We're supposed to constantly be watching, being vigilant. So the day's not going to come upon us, like a thief. It's not going to catch us unexpected. All right. And we're to watch while we're watching, for these prophecies, we're to report. All right. Give constant updates, go into these scriptures, give warning, especially to our people. Because Jake can still repent, while the doors of mercy are still open, but they're slowly but surely getting ready to close. So, Jake has to definitely be admonished. So going back, this is, I guess, the spokesperson for Spain.
Oppfordring til andre land om å gjøre det samme som vi gjør I dag. Å anerkjenne Palestina og med det sørge for at prosessen mot en tostatsløsning omsider kan komme i gang igjen og få ny kraft.
All right, so you got Europe stepping in, and they're not siding with Israel on this. And this is all spiritual. All right, that the beast is starting to shift away from the whore. They're divided on the decision dealing with Israel. You got France back in the ICC on the decision to arrest this dude. Germany said if he steps foot in Germany, he's off the top. He's getting arrested. So America pretty much is turning out to be the only real ally to them. And we're going to see how that ends up. So you got France, Germany, Norway, Ireland, Spain. You got all these, so basically the different heads of the beast. All right. They all are they're not backing America in their decision to help with Israel. Because they see what it's causing, and the whole world is watching and paying attention. So this is going to cause more tension between the beast and the whore. Let's go to Revelation 17 real quick. There's Revelation 17 in verse 15. It says, "And he saith unto me, the waters which thou sawest, where the whore sitteth, are peoples and multitudes and nations and tongues." Talking about Babylon the Great, the whore, all nations is a melting pot. It says, "And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked." So something's going to happen where the tension is going to get that strong between the West, basically the division, the whore, which is America, and the beast, which is the EU, NATO. And they're going to basically turn against America, and they're going to shoot missiles. How else is the beast going to burn the whore? How can that happen? Militarily, it would only make sense that they will use their firepower and turn it against America. And the Lord's going to put the spirit on them to do it. All right? And they already been at odds ever since this Ukrainian war with Russia. The EU had to take a lot of L's over that whole thing behind America's decision making. So they finna get tired and fed up with the whore. And now look what their involvement with the Israeli occupation in Palestine and what they're doing over there. They're not with it. And that's going to leave them open to Iran and those other Muslim countries. Because if they're not going to back them, if they're coming out and saying that we don't support that and we're recognizing a Palestinian state, then when it goes up and Iran wants to finally retaliate, Israel's going to be vulnerable, and they're going to really need heavy backing from America, because everybody else is starting to back off. This dude, Satan Yahoo, he's doing too much, causing too much carnage in the land. It's inhumane. So this is all causing further divide among these Edomites. All right? And that's how you know that, the curtain is getting ready to close on them. Their kingdom is coming to an end. It says, "And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire." So America's going to be desolate, and the land of Israel is going to be desolate. Jeremiah 49 and verse 20. "Therefore hear the counsel of the Lord that he have taken against Edom, and his purposes that he have purposed against the inhabitants of Teman. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Surely he shall make their habitations desolate with them." So that's how you know it's going to end with Babylon and Israel being made desolate. They're going to get burned with fire, and the whole entire earth is going to reel to and fro like a drunkard. All right? Earthquakes, mushroom clouds, extreme burnings, radiation. That's what it's going to end with. That's going to be the end of Esau's world. Where Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning that follows. All right, and let me get this in Obed. Matter of fact, let me jump up. Yeah, Jeremiah 49 and 14, it says, "I have heard a rumor from the Lord, and an ambassador is sent unto the heathen, saying, Gather ye together, and come against her, and rise up to the battle. For lo, I will make thee small among the heathen, and despised among men." And hey, even Esau's despising his own. They despising each other right now. They're not in agreement with one another. So that's a bad sign for them, but that's a good sign for us. All right. And may the Lord continue to divide them up and add more conflict. So just want to do a short video on this. And Lord willing, y'all were edified. I'm going to give all praise to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. And to the next one, Shalom.